my corner comrades? TY, it's your host here. TY, the host with the most, the host with the least. I guess I might actually say the least, but the best today. The best today. We have a marvelous show planned for you this evening, and I can't wait to get into the thick of it. But first, I want to go over a couple things. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you smash that subscribe button. If you're returning, we appreciate you, and we do it for you. But also, we have a Patreon program that we just started, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. You get access to all the different kind of exclusive things, early access to podcasts, early access to all pre-recorded content, access to a private community, Discord server, you name it, we're giving it. 15% off merch, and a free yearly gift on me, of course, on me. Well, on the boys, on all of us. Funny story for you today. So I finally got my little Mac finally, and it's working, and I'm happy. I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's so refreshing to be able to like do little things like share my screen. I feel like this is what all of you must have felt like beforehand, and I'm just catching up and catching the curve. It feels good though. Feels good to be able to share my screen successfully, not look like a dope. And yeah, I mean, who likes looking like an idiot? Not me. But today I am joined by one of my favorite people, producer Jack. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
How was it? How was the intro though? Did I lag at all?
That was perfect. It was great, and you were great. But I hope my vision is still there. I feel like it's a part of me now.
Yeah, no, your ringing is still there. That's okay for now though.
The vision to my Wanda.
Yes. Speaking, we're gonna get deep into Wandavision today. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't as impressed with this episode as everyone made it out to be. I was up till 4:30 in the morning, per usual, watching that shit, and you know,
I have a mini rant about that show, but we'll get to it.
All right, well, we're gonna get to it. But yeah, so I did revamp how I'm going to do TY's corner from now on. So we have a structure, and we have I have a good lineup for you today. A really good lineup for you today. We're gonna start with the not so important things, get that out of the way, and we're gonna finish off with Zack Snyder's Justice League, title cards, aspect ratios, and more. Oh my. I got a couple things to say about aspect ratios, how they work, how certain directors use them correctly, and chapter title cards that, you know, Blu-rays have been doing for years. It seems like that's what we're getting from Zack and Justice League. So I'm really excited about that. First things first, though, I would like to talk about Mortal Kombat. So
yes.
Mortal Kombat released its Red Band trailer a couple days ago. I tried to do a reaction and a review of it. However, my fucking screen didn't share because I was unable to do it. I said, let's do it now. Let's do it now. What's up, Zach Butler? What's up, Caden? And what's up, Andrew, so far? Make sure you get in the chat. Make sure you get in the chat and say hello. Say hello. Say hello. I'm on a different level of energy today. Yeah, and I'm digging it. But let's watch that trailer. Let me get it up first. If
you got it?
Yeah, I'll just because I can now.
Go for it. Yeah.
But maybe tell us what you thought of it so far.
Like, I am not gonna lie. I have played Mortal
What's up,
Kombat
Movie
in the
Dogs?
past. I played it. I have Mortal Kombat 10 and 11 on my PS4 and PS5, but I'm not going to pretend to be like an expert of Mortal Kombat. I've enjoyed the games, but when I saw the trailer, look, I'll be honest, when the first Mortal Kombat came out in 95 as a kid, I enjoyed it. I'm not trying to have my mind intellectually blown. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to find a deeper meaning of life. I want to have fun. I want to see characters kick ass, and that's what that trailer gave me. It's not trying to, you know, pontificate or teach me anything. It looks like a fun movie. I don't care what the plot is, even though they give a little bit of the plot. I want to see tough people, tough men, tough women kick ass, and that's what I want.
You know, I'm with you on this. I played the games a little bit. I didn't, like, for instance, someone had to remind me that Cole, the character Cole in the trailer, he's not a character that's typically in the story. He's been made, so he's been made for the movie. Yeah, he was a made for the movie kind of deal, to kind of transition the story, because I mean we have to have a main character, and I think they didn't want to use. I don't think they wanted to use any of the characters for a main character. Yeah. So I think it's a good idea. The 90s movie that I saw, I was forced to watch it, and I almost ripped my eyes out. I couldn't take it. Granted, I did watch the new the older Mortal Kombat movie like 4 years ago, so it was like very out of date. So let's share. Look at me sharing my screen. I can't wait to do this. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Let me get this up.
The Mortal Kombat movie and the Street Fighter movie kind of came at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
all right.
And when I was a kid, I'm talking about 95. Like, I don't even think some of our viewers were born at that time. Like,
he just came here for Wandavision.
Cool to see something like that, you know, it was like, oh look, I play the video game. We had no point of reference.
I'm dead. He just came here for Wandavision. Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
We're gonna get to it, Zach.
Like literally right now, we're just gonna watch this trailer because I failed so many times at watching this trailer on a stream that I need to do it just for my soul.
No, there's something wrong with it. I tried watching on IGN and everything else. It was just glitching for me. I don't know what it is.
So let's do it. Can you hear it?
By the way, today our sponsor is Good Lawn, True Green, Live Outside. Oh, there it is.
Oh. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
I couldn't. All right, play it. I don't hear any audio. Do you guys hear audio?
All right, let me stop sharing it.
You gotta.
I don't think I hit the share audio button.
Yeah, it's so subtle, like you miss it.
Yeah, I did not hit
Zachary Butler sounds like a movie star's name, like Zachary Butler.
Yeah, Zach Butler. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, baby boy. I like having you here.
What you thought about WandaVision? We will get to WandaVision. There we go. Start from the beginning if you can.
On a mission in Brazil.
No children allowed.
First learned about this 7 years ago. On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, it tore through our unit in seconds. The target had superhuman abilities. It had the same marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Throughout history, different cultures all over the world.
I'm really digging like the cinematography in it.
Reference a great tournament of champions. That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation.
And I love that guy. I don't know what his name is, but I can't ever pronounce it.
He's always in everything.
He's awesome. Like in the blood splatter in this movie, like the absolute savageness is tremendous. All right, so I kind of want to do this at Showcase now.
Yeah, we will. The door's open.
Thanks, Jax.
Who's that guy with? Who's that guy with the metal arms?
The fate of Earth is in our hands.
I know Sub-Zero, and that's it.
I love this right here.
How many of my people you put in the ground?
Oh, that was creepy.
You will not fail. Kill them.
There he is. Caden says that's Jax. Oh, what?
No,
Who was the World of Warcraft character that I just saw?
But I know Sub-Zero right here.
Sub-Zero.
Boom, boom. This dagger, the dagger that he pulls out right here, dope. Boop. My lord.
Get over here.
Thank you, Zach. I watched.
Zach, you're very cute.
What? Oh, he's
Baby Yoda.
yeah.
Baby Yoda. Or sorry, fucking beauty.
Hey, who? Okay, so I want to, because I didn't. So if we go back here a little bit, right? Oh, what the hell? It already jumped to.
You gotta get an ad block.
Pick up a camera or use any fancy editing software.
What the hell? That was so quick that it just jumped to this.
You drop.
Yeah.
You tweak.
You gotta get an ad block.
All right. So does he say "get over here" like he did in the actual game? If you listen, he says "get over here."
Get over here.
Yep, he just did. Yep.
Yes. Oh, he says finish him too.
Kinda wins. You fucking beauty.
I have one complaint.
What's
We did
that?
not hear that cheesy 90s music. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
I know
Okay.
it sucks. I know it's stupid and it's very
Oh, I
dated,
bet there'll
but
be.
I'm
I
kinda
guarantee.
hoping-
I bet that it'll be in it.
I hope so.
I bet.
I looked something up on my phone because that main character, Cole, he looked familiar to me. I'm like, where have I realized it this morning, but it just hit me. He is Shatterstar from Deadpool 2. The guy who's like, I'm better than you at everything. And he gets killed by the helicopter. And I double checked on my phone. The guy who plays Scorpion is the villain of Rush Hour 3. So I love Rush Hour 1 and 2, but I have not seen 3 that many times.
Huh. Interesting.
But the main character is Shatterstar. I think he's Asian American, like he's mixed. That was him. His name is Louis Tan.
Louis Tan.
Yeah.
Louis Tan. Oh my God. By the way, I know Jack said that we're brought to you today by True Green, but we're actually brought to you by Bonk's Bar.
Bonk's Bars.
If you're ever in the Philly area and you're craving some seafood, wings, beer, or wine, head over to Bonk's Bar for a great time and some even better food. Resident Jack actually hosts trivia there on Thursday nights.
Can I tell you something? Last
go ahead.
night was a blast. So we have a snowstorm, but during snowstorms, these bars are packed because people in the neighborhood walk there. We had a blast. The place was packed. And considering we have COVID, we are socially distanced. The place was packed. People had fun. Folks, they have great seafood. I don't really like seafood, but
Me either.
seafood is
It's
good.
nasty.
They have cheesesteaks if you're a Philly resident. They have chicken sandwiches, everything. And they have a great selection of what you call your mainstream beers, the ones you see advertised on major networks. And they have local brewers and stuff like that. It is wonderful. If you're ever in the Philadelphia area, look up Bonk's Bar. The food is good. And I'm not just saying because I work there. I genuinely love the food.
Yeah. Link is in the description for the menu, and you can get the address and everything like that. So if you're ever in the area, the Philly area, stop by. I know I will.
Might host a show there one day.
Yeah.
This craziness is over.
So if the Mortal Kombat, what's your first reaction to that trailer? Is it overwhelmingly good? Because I know that video game movies have a problem, right? They tend to not be liked, or they're not developed as well as they could be. What's your first kind of thoughts from this? Not as a Mortal Kombat fan, but as a video game connoisseur.
Ooh, as a video game connoisseur, I don't know, but it looks fun.
Yeah.
The game is fun. The game has a story, but that's not what you're playing it for. You're playing it to have fun, kick ass, look at characters, kill other characters in incredibly creative ways. That's what we saw in that last shot with Sub-Zero, with the blood creating a dagger. That's what you want to see.
Right.
I'm not looking here to have my mind blown. I want to, in terms of philosophical questions or, the stuff that wins Oscars. No, this looks fun.
Yeah.
Like Godzilla versus Kong.
Yes.
I just want to have fun.
I never really, like I said, I played it here and there, but that was about it.
Same here. I played here and there, but I still have fun.
Listen, I'm gonna give the trailer a solid 8 out of 10. The trailer was decent. Trailer was very, very, very decent. On to our next topic of the day. So funny story, not funny story, actually, this is real life. So Marvel has taken back the rights to characters Punisher and Jessica Jones. So for anyone that doesn't know, Marvel, so this right here has nothing to do with what Marvel did back in the day, right? Late 90s, early 2000s. Marvel Studios sold the rights off to certain characters to avoid bankruptcy because they were headed down a dark path. So they sold characters like Spider-Man and Spider-Man's assets to Sony. They sold the Fantastic Four. They sold
Daredevil,
the X-Men. They sold a lot of pivotal, like a lot of characters and assets that we would assume to be like a necessity in creating a universe. Yeah, they sold them because they were facing bankruptcy before Disney bought them. So they sold off a bunch of characters. Then now after that, after the MCU comes around, blah blah blah, Disney Plus isn't around, right? Disney Plus doesn't exist yet. So late in the state, like phase 2 or phase 3, Marvel wanted to create a darker, grittier series based around the Defenders.
For adults.
For adults. They partnered with Netflix in making Daredevil and then the ensuing Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, The Punisher. All those shows came with it, and they culminated with a series called The Defenders. Now, by the time that season 2 and 3 of these shows are coming out, now Disney has a plan for their own streaming service. They see the potential in it, right? This is where it gets tricky. Now, they basically say, all right, we don't want to continue these shows with you anymore, Netflix, because we have our own streaming service coming. And Netflix is like, well, wait a second. But I thought we had a deal. Yeah. And then, it got really mucky, really, really mucky. But basically, Netflix looked at it like this, because people are like, why would they cancel shows like Daredevil? Well, you don't want to be creating shows for your competitor, right? Because no matter if it's on Netflix or not, it still has the Marvel logo. And we all know Marvel is owned by Disney, right? So if Disney Plus was up and running like it is now, and Netflix was still creating the Defenderverse, they're basically creating and paying for a show or shows that are Marvel's, their competitor. So it got mucky. Netflix said, okay, we canceled all the shows. So they started canceling them one after another. And people were like, wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? But they didn't see what was really going on. And it was because they're not going to create a show for, like, McDonald's doesn't create burgers to sell at Burger King, right? It's counterproductive and redundant to your competitor. So they canceled all the series and they said, we're not giving you back the rights. We're going to basically bogart.
Let them expire. Expire.
We're going to filibuster you. We're going to hold on to these until the last second so that you can't make anything with them. And it's going to, say when Disney Plus first was born, the idea, Netflix was like, okay, no hard feelings, gave the rights back. We'd probably be getting a show next year out of one of them somewhere, but they held it and bogarted the rights to them for so long that now they're going to have to come up with a plan, right? They're going to have to go into pre-production, blah, blah, blah. Now we're not looking at a series for 2-3 years. So it was a smart play on Netflix, right? They were like, we're not giving you them back, not until the last minute, right? So, but Marvel, so Netflix didn't, the same thing with Sony and Spider-Man. That's why Sony makes a Spider-Man movie every 5-6 years, because if they don't, Marvel will then take back the rights. No questions asked. It'll default back to Marvel. They build into all their contracts so that if you're not utilizing the property for a certain amount of time, if you don't make a film or a project in that amount of time, we take the rights back, right? So that's why Sony kind of rushed The Amazing Spider-Man, is because of that.
That's correct.
Yeah. So, it's the same deal. So, but so Netflix defaulted yesterday on Daredevil. I'm not Daredevil. They already defaulted on Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and the others. But yesterday they defaulted on Punisher and Jessica Jones. So back home they come, baby. Back home they come.
They do, and like I have mixed feelings about this because look, Daredevil and X-Men are the best written characters of the Marvel comics. All right, they have attracted some of the best writers, and my only fear is because I love Kevin Feige, but Kevin Feige,
Gavin, I missed you last night, baby boy.
I don't know if Disney would not only make a Punisher show or movie, but even do that character justice, or even Daredevil, because Daredevil is dealing with the nitty-gritty crime of inner city Manhattan. You know what I mean? He's not fighting robbers who steal jewelry from a mall.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean? Like, he's dealing with the worst. So I hope that they utilize Hulu. I really do.
Yeah, me too. And what I like, what I like about Disney is they're not afraid. Like, for instance, they didn't buy Fox just because they wanted Fox, right?
Yeah.
There wasn't something they were looking at, but they wanted the X-Men back. So that made it a very profitable purchase. And Fox was looking to go back to doing like just the news and stuff like that. Like Fox was ready to kind of give up. They're not give up, but they didn't really want to get their hands dirty in series and stuff like that anymore. They wanted to turn back to like just focusing on the news. So the timing was right. And Marvel Studios and Disney bought Fox outright and took all that. Now they own most of Hulu. They own the X-Men again by getting Fox that was included in it. But the Sony thing is interesting because they still can't get Sony will not now because they have partnered. Sony will never ever default or sell the rights back. Never.
And the good thing about Sony is the one thing I will say about them. I have a PlayStation 5 here. Their video games on Spider-Man, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The best Spider-Man stories ever. I'm excited about the Punisher coming back, Daredevil coming back, Jessica Jones coming back. I hope Kevin Feige will say, look, these are hard characters. If anyone's ever read Marvel, Max knows that these characters are not meant for kids.
Yeah.
Keep them on Hulu. The Punisher, you can't PG-13 him. You can't.
Yeah, you can't.
This is a guy who slaughters people. Like, yeah, they're bad guys, but I would even say that the Punisher we got on the Netflix shows is actually pretty toned down. He's actually really human. And Daredevil doesn't kill, but he's dealing with the grimy parts of New York City, like the worst of the worst.
Thanks, man.
So I'm kind of excited, but I hope
I am excited.
Hulu.
I am excited. I hope they utilize Hulu. I hope they do it all right. I do have faith in them. However, last night, at 2:30, so 2:30 this morning, I was up with Nicotina, and we were getting ready for WandaVision, right?
Yeah.
Disney crashed last night. The website crashed. So we didn't think we were going to be able to watch this beautiful woman and partner last night. However, we did end up getting to watch it. The episode, I'm not going to lie, the episode was lackluster compared to the rest of the series. What did you think last night of WandaVision episode 7? I'm going to watch it again tonight for a watch party. But I would like to talk about a few key things because now I have a couple issues that I want to address. I know you do as well. And I said this last week when I did the review for it. They needed to introduce the villain in episode 7 or keep Wanda as the villain. Like if they didn't introduce the villain yesterday or today or whatever it is, then Wanda was going to be the villain. And she hinted at it. So what are you thinking about WandaVision episode 7? I wasn't too impressed, but it was decent.
Episode 8 is the last one. There are only 8 episodes, right?
9.
9. Okay, well then, all right. I'll be honest with you. There's nothing I have learned in these 7 episodes that I did not learn when we saw the trailers. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. Like,
well, okay. I see what you're saying. I mean? Yes, like, I do. I see what you're saying.
We predicted also that the one lady, that lady right there was Agatha Harkness.
Yep. So her name is Agnes in the show originally, and we found out last night in a nice little sitcom-y song that it was Agatha all along.
Yeah.
Listen, first off, don't ever fucking do that again. Ever. Don't ever sing a song again to end that show. I'm just kidding. It was kind of cool. But listen.
I enjoyed it, but like, here's the thing.
Us as fans already knew she was Agatha. Right? And the general audiences are now asking themselves, who the fuck is Agatha? And why does she matter? Right?
Well, look, this is my problem with this show. I am enjoying it a lot. But every Friday, I wake up and I go on Twitter to follow Pop Culture Corner. And everyone's like, oh my God, this episode just blew my mind. I can't believe what I saw. I'm like, oh crap, I got to watch it. And I'm like, it's a fun show. I am entertained by it, but I don't see what is so confusing or so complicated that people are talking or so amazing about it. Like, I enjoy it. I am enjoying it. But I also enjoy Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, I know. Most people didn't. Most people didn't. I did. But listen, there's something now. Okay, do you think that Quicksilver is actually the Fox Quicksilver, or are we getting toyed with?
Now
are we
I don't
getting
know.
toyed with again?
This last episode,
I am so sick.
That he might be some other guy.
Yeah, I am so sick of getting teased with the multiverse.
Yeah.
Right? I've had it with it. I've had it being teased.
But
right?
like, to me, the more interesting story isn't what's happening in what's the town
the Hex or Westview.
Westview. The story is with Agent Wu and Agent Rainbow.
But then we're supposed to get this aerospace engineer last night, and it turns out that it's some nobody that I could give a shit less about. Right? Everyone. But okay, so Jarbo came on the stream last night, right? Yeah. Yes, I saw the mid-credit scene. We'll talk about that in a moment. Oh, yeah. But Jarbo came on the screen last night, on the stream last night, and listen, Jarbo and I, right? Sometimes we don't see eye to eye. That's a different story. He did bring up a good point last night, though. He said that the narration in the story is meant to be unreliable. You don't know what you're watching. Is it true? Is it not true? Is it real? Is it fake? And listen, they had everybody on Twitter claiming that Reed Richards trended yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? They had everybody and their mothers thinking Reed Richards was going to show up, only to give us this.
Yeah. Can I interject?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask, I know you're not, but I want to ask the fans, are any of you guys David Lynch fans? Because David Lynch is the master of this kind of television. If you guys ever saw Twin Peaks or saw his movies Blue Velvet, Mulholland Drive, I feel like someone watched David Lynch's work and tried to make a show out of it.
Yes.
But I don't think it's... Look, I'm not saying it's bad, and this is where it sounds like I'm a hater. I'm enjoying it. I love this morning's episode. I put the music up on blast, surround sound. I enjoy it. But when I see people, especially Marvel fans, saying like, oh my God, that blew my mind. That was amazing. I'm like, I had fun, but I don't see what everyone else is seeing. And by the way, I will say this. Elizabeth Olsen is a phenomenal actress. Her range in just this show tells me that Disney was not using her well.
Yeah.
In the MCU. They were not using her well, or they weren't using Paul Bettany well, because the actors are so damn good. I don't know. Like, part of me is like, okay, they got 2 more episodes. Is this the end? After that, are we going to get a season 2? Or
so that's the thing that I like.
But I'm not confused. I'm not like, what's going on?
But the thing is like, none of this is stuff that I didn't anticipate already, right? None of it. The Quicksilver thing, I'll give you that, right? I'm still very much in the dark about it, and I'm very interested, and I am very intrigued by what is going on with Quicksilver Pietro, right? However, I just don't want it to be, I don't want us to end this series and say, okay, so we got introduced to Agatha and we didn't get introduced to Mephisto or Nightmare or whoever she's working for, in hopes that we'll see them in Doctor Strange 2, which I have something else to talk about Doctor Strange 2 after this, before we get to the Snyder Cut stuff.
I mean, I might eat my own words because next week they might tie everything together, and I'm going to look like an idiot.
Yeah, but
in my mouth. But
yeah,
so far, I would say that if you're a casual fan, like nothing is interesting. Not interesting, but nothing has intrigued me as a fan that I already didn't know when we watched the teasers. We already predicted, okay, she's probably creating this. Everyone after episode 1 was like, well, Agnes is probably Agatha Harkness. And you know what I mean? Like, we already predicted this stuff. And
where are the twins right now is what I want to know. Do you think they're being held captive by Mephisto, maybe? Because Mephisto wants the kids, right? So in the source material, basically what Mephisto uses the twins for is he lets Wanda, so he makes a deal, whatever, blah, blah. Wanda is able.
House of M?
This is not, so House of M's actually a pretty short story.
Okay, all
but
right. I've never read it.
Yeah, the House of M carries over into multiple different things. So, and after, because the House of M ends with Wanda saying no more mutants, right? Okay. And we find out that Pietro's actually the one that talked her into doing it. Not everyone thinks, but I don't want to spoil the comic book for anyone. Yeah. But in the source material, Mephisto uses the twins as a way to, because he lets Wanda use shards of his soul to impregnate herself, right? The kids are made of shards of his soul. That's his way to Earth. That's how he's able to come to Earth, right? So I think that that's the way they're going with this, but I just don't want a villain, I don't want like a Thanos reveal at the end of Avengers.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm kind of worried about. This is all building to a final episode where the story has not yet begun. And I mean, other shows have done that, but with this show, I'm like, come on, you got to do something better.
Yeah, and this brings me back to my original point. I would have started Disney Plus with Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Exactly.
And I would have.
That's what I'm excited for, even though I keep forgetting it comes out after Snyder Cut.
Yeah, the day after. Isn't that interesting?
The day after, and even though Snyder Cut has more views on YouTube. Besides the point. But that looks like that's going to have stuff going on. They're going to, you know.
What do you mean?
Well, it looks like.
No, not you. Gavin said, I've had it with this shit. What does that mean, Gavin?
I think he means he's had it with you and me. No, he means...
Yeah. No, Gavin's such a nice person. He would never say that. But what have you had it with, Gavin? I'm very interested. And Caden, I did see what you said. However...
And let me reiterate, I'm enjoying this show, but like I'm not getting that like rock hard on moment that everyone else seems to be getting from this.
Yeah, okay, so let's go through it here, right?
All right.
Okay, so Darcy, she's in there with Vision.
And
right?
she's great, by the way.
She's wonderful. She's wonderful in the show. I love her in the show. She's tremendous. Probably one of the best parts, to be honest. Yeah. So Vision and Darcy are together, and they basically hatch a plan, and they need to tell Wanda that homeboy Tyler, me and him have the same name, the general of S.W.O.R.D, is basically trying to get Vision, right? Yeah. What he wants is Vision the whole time. Yeah. He tried to bring Vision back online. What he wants is Vision. He doesn't care about any of the other stuff. He just wants Vision's body back, right? Yeah. Because I think they're trying to recreate Ultron. There's a reason that we only heard, so they mentioned 2 villains yesterday, but they mentioned only one by name. The other one was the bad guy, right? They wanted us to only hear the words Ultron. That's it, right? I think Hayward is trying to recreate Ultron with Vision. There's a reason that we're getting all this like this,
you know what this
right?
reminds me of?
What does it remind you of, Jack?
In Avengers Endgame, when Tony's like, remember, I wanted to build
a suit of armor around the world.
I'm like, dude, did you forget how that worked out?
Yeah.
But maybe something has happened since then. Sorry.
Yeah. So what does everyone else think? Do you think that Hayward's trying to recreate Ultron? What do you guys think in the comments? Love to hear it. But this is what I think. So hear me out on this, right? So I think Hayward's trying to recreate Ultron, and I think that Hayward is just a lackey for Thunderbolt Ross. Yes. So I don't think that a Thunderbolts team or a Thunderbolts show is far away. And I think I think what's going to tie this whole series, all of them on Disney Plus together, is Thunderbolt Ross, right? He's the one. He's trying to finally get that serum correct and get the super soldier serum correct. He's failed on it so many times before. And I think, yes, Darcy referred to bad guy as Thanos, but there was a reason that we only heard Ultron's name. And there's a reason that Vision pretty much explains how, like, there's a reason that we're hearing all this stuff the way we're hearing it. And it's because I think Hayward's trying to recreate Ultron with Vision's body. If they wanted us to hear everyone's name, they would have said Thanos instead of bad guy. Jack is wait, is my mic too loud? Yeah, probably is too loud. But Jack has like this like ready, listen for it. See, you hear that? You hear that? That's why we turn his volume down a little bit. And I mute him sometimes when I go on my rants. Is that okay with you, Nick Flicks? Is that okay with you? But anyway, there's a reason that we've only heard Ultron's name, mostly. They usually refer to Thanos as someone, the bad guy, the thing, someone, right? There's a reason that we're hearing Ultron over and over again, and he's becoming almost a central theme to something. And then Teyonah Parris had already been hinted to being Photon or changing into Photon. I was a little disappointed that the aerospace engineer that she was bringing into the show was this person. I think. I don't know, honestly. I think, what do you guys think? Is this the aerospace engineer? Because that's the way they made it seem. Or, like, she referred to the truck that they bring her as she. So that's, I'm just so confused. I'm so confused. And I really would like to know. But, so Teyonah Parris hinted at changing by the mention of her DNA changing. So is she the first mutant? Maybe. I don't know. But I hope not, because I hope that's not how they introduce them that way. However, so we get Photon, Vision and Darcy together. They're looking to inform Wanda about what Hayward's plan is. Wanda is going through some sort of crisis where she stops being able to control things, right? Things are changing in the living room without her consent, right? Chairs are changing into other chairs. Stairs are changing into other stairs. There's some creepy voice that asks her, do you think it's because you deserved it? And she's like, wait, you're not supposed to talk. But, they had me at this point. They really did. They had me at this point. I was very intrigued, and I was like, whoo, I'm ready. I'm ready for some Mephisto, baby. I was ready, and I thought they were doing a good job so far. Then Wanda gets so whatever, Teyonah Parris character, Monica Rambeau, now Photon, right? She comes in, she's trying to tell Wanda, hey, wake up. Hayward wants Vision's body. Bang, right? Wanda's already mad at Monica for being the Monica that she kicked out of the Hex earlier, right? She didn't even want to hear what she has to say, right? She's like, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Then Agatha shows up perfectly, as always, right? Whenever there's some sort of conflict, whenever there needs to be Agatha, she's always there. She's always there. And she grabs Wanda, pulls her back in that kind of like Karen moment that Wanda's having, which I thought was hilarious. She's like pointing her finger at Monica Rambeau. Agatha's holding her back. Very Karen moment. I loved it. Monica like goes away at this point. We don't see her for the rest of the show until the mid-credit scene, right? So she's gone for a little bit. I don't know what she was doing throughout. Maybe the mid-credit scene's actually taking place while Wanda's going down the stairs. I don't know. But Wanda is now at Agatha's house. She's sitting on the couch that the twins were on earlier in the show, making weird comments about how quiet it was in there and how quiet Agatha was, which is very, very telling. So Wanda's like, yo, where are my twins at? Like, why are they just gone? I control this place. Where are they? And, Agatha says some sort of comment like, oh, they're in the basement. What fucking kids play in random people's basements? First off, creepy as hell. That should have been your first red flag. that Agatha thinks that she's playing in the basement. They're playing in the basement alone. Wanda says, go down to this basement, and it's a dungeon from hell. Literally, it has trees. Like the first thing for witchcraft, if you watch Supernatural or you watch Sabrina, you notice the goat statue thing, right? That's a clear indication of Mephisto. And there was a fly on the window, right? In the comics, Mephisto has been seen as a fly. So that fly was huge too. Why did they show us a fly? Right? If not for being Mephisto watching what Wanda's doing. That's what I think, at least. So Wanda heads down. She's going down the stairs, and there's trees growing on the walls. The Justice League purple stuff was going through the trees. Made a cameo in this episode, which I thought was interesting. By the way, I recycled that joke from someone last night. So then all of a sudden, we see that book, right? The book. If you know anything about witchcraft, there's always a book. It's usually made of skin, right? It's usually made of skin. I'll be honest with you. That's what witches' books are usually made out of, like human skin. This one is, look, a nice metal one, but it's like she got some cabinets in the background with some stuff that I want to pause on tonight and actually look into. So then Agatha makes herself known. She makes the quirky line like, you thought you were the only magic bitch around? And then we go into song. And that's where the episode ends. It was Agatha all along, right? We see Agatha at every stage of game, right? She was at the circus that day. Not the circus, but the play that day. She was at Wanda's door when Quicksilver shows up. This is the part that I really like to talk about. I'll bring Jack back on now. So that part, when she's messing with Quicksilver, right? So this still very much could be Quicksilver from an alternate reality, the Fox universe, that Agatha plucked, right? Agatha's a very powerful witch.
Yeah, I just wish this, because again, fans kind of predicted this back in episode 1. So like that reveal didn't hit me that hard. I'm like, okay, so we're now just learning what we had figured out, or YouTubers had figured out 4 weeks ago. You know what I mean?
So,
like, it
just
didn't hit me. I'm like, oh, she's Agatha Harkness.
So Sir Nerd-a-Lot, do you think the aerospace engineer we haven't seen the aerospace engineer yet? Because Nicotina was like dead sure that we were going to see the aerospace engineer last night. So he got my hopes up, and then all of a sudden nothing. Or we got this lady, the general lady.
So I didn't get the impression that that was her. If that was who she was, you know what it is? This is residual energy after that Luke Skywalker thing. Everyone's expecting that the reference is going to be someone big. It just might not be.
Hayward is a moron. Yes, he is. So, but I think Hayward is a more sinister than we think, right? Because we already kind of see him as sinister.
Yeah.
But I think there's more to the meets the eye. Because if there's anything this show taught us so far, it's that nothing is as it seems on the surface. So I think that this, like episodes, don't get me wrong, episodes 8 and 9 are probably going to slap, right? They're probably going to be great. I hope so. I just wasn't impressed.
Too, yeah.
I was not impressed. So then we get the mid-credit scene. Which was weird because they haven't done one all season. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, episode 7, there's a mid-credit scene. I'm kind of thinking half the people probably didn't see it. Half the people that watch probably didn't see it until afterwards, right? Someone was like on Twitter, like, bro, you see that after credit scene? And they're like, shit, no, I didn't. I turned it off because there's always 42 minutes of credits in each Disney Plus show.
Yeah, that's what pisses me off sometimes.
That's my last thing that I want to talk about. After the mid-credit scene, that's the last thing I'll say about this episode tonight. So, mid-credit scene, we get Monica. She's back. And she opens the hatches to Agatha's house. And Justice League's purple stuff and the trees make another appearance going down into the house. Bonk! She turns around. Guess who's there? Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been snooping or something like that. I forget what the exact line is. A snooper's gonna snoop or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and then the episode ends like that. So is Quicksilver evil? Did they?
My impression was he was working for her, maybe.
Right,
Or
but does
in
he
on it.
know? Does he
I don't
know
know.
he's working for her? Who knows?
Like, again, like my issue becomes like, all right, so if the crux of the story is going to be in the next 2 episodes, then maybe Disney might have been better to have just released this all at one time. You know what I mean? Like, because it seems like we have a lot of episodes that are leading to something important. And Netflix does this all the time. Amazon Prime does this all the time, where you just have episodes that are leading to something bigger. Well, then just release it once. Just release it at once so people can binge watch it and get to the good stuff. Because the first 2 episodes I thought were entertaining, but I was not impressed. Episodes 3 and 4, 5, I was kind of getting into it, and I've enjoyed them. I have enjoyed them. Again, I'll reiterate, I like them.
Yeah.
But have I seen anything that so far that's impressive? No. But Marvel has been at like peak so long that I feel like they think they can do no wrong, and now I'm starting to wonder, what if they do wrong?
Did you know that Snoop Dogg's confirmed next episode?
Really?
No, of course not. That's my brother. He's just an idiot.
Okay. But you never know. Like that might be
So-
something.
that's the
Next week, like,
that's
people will
the
be on
big
Twitter.
reveal.
People will be on Twitter. Oh my God, Snoop Dogg was in the episode. That was one
I'm
of the
dead.
greatest moments
I'm
of television I've ever seen.
I'm dead. So yeah. So here's her at the here's Agatha. By the way, Catherine Hahn still got it going. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, she's very attractive. I remember her from Anchorman.
Photon. We get a little glimpse of Photon's powers here. We even get to see what Photon sees, which I thought was a really good addition.
Yeah.
All right. So final thoughts on WandaVision are I have no idea what's going on. I kind of have an idea what's going on. However, I don't think so. This is what I think. Do not give up hope yet. I think the final 2 episodes are going to really open the doors out this series, but a good show doesn't need to wait till the final 2 episodes to really open the floodgates, right? The penultimate is nowadays usually like one of the better episodes of the series. That Game of Thrones made that famous with like the Red Wedding, Battle of the Bastards, and episodes that were similar. So I do think that we are in for a treat with episode 8 and 9. I hope Doctor Strange's cameo is longer than a couple minutes. That would disappoint me as well. But again, I'm kind of thinking that we're not going to get Mephisto or Nightmare. It could still be Nightmare as well. Or Grim Reaper, whoever it is. I don't think we're going to get it till the final couple minutes. And that's what's going to lead into this. Is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Marvel finally put multiverse in the title. So be not afraid. The multiverse is coming. I just don't think it's here yet. And I think the Fox X-Men thing was kind of a tease. Again, to get us a little foreplayed right before it actually comes, which I'm not happy with. So my final episode, my final thoughts on the episode, I give it a 6.9. Simply because of that shot that it opens with when Wanda's laying in the bed with the Halloween outfit on.
Yeah.
That shot made the episode for me personally.
By the way, I got to give props. There were a lot. I watch a lot of Modern Family. A lot of references to when a character's on a couch talking and the camera kind of zooms in on them.
Oh yeah, they did
were
The
a lot
Office.
of nice.
They did like
And the Office. The whole opening was a reference to The Office.
Yeah, so they did Office and Modern Family last night.
Yeah.
By the way, episodes 8 and 9, no more sitcom. No more sitcom. That's my point of view. I think the sitcom is over. That was the final 2, right? Modern Family brings us up to now. And now the sitcom thing's going to be over. Starting next episode, it's going to be full on action, like an MCU movie. What happened to these final 3 episodes being an hour? I do not know. I do not know.
Todd, this is what I'm saying. I think that Marvel has been riding high since 2012. And at this point, remember that you don't watch South Park, but there's a phrase, falling in love with the smell of your own farts. And I'm enjoying this show, but I think Marvel is like, hey, we can do anything. We can show butterflies having babies and people are going to watch it. And I'm worried that, look, I think the next 2 episodes will blow my mind, but they need to nail it because the show is fun. I'm entertained. I'm not expecting something great. But when I see fans talking about it like it's amazing, and I know I'm going to get a little biased here, but those are the same fans that crap on the Snyder Cut. I'm like, oh my God. You know, like, I'm enjoying this show. But I think it's as good as the 3 seasons of Daredevil, the 2 seasons of The Punisher, the 3 seasons of Jessica Jones? I would say no. And I don't even like the later 2 seasons of Jessica Jones.
Neither did I. Jessica Jones is probably my least favorite Defender.
The first season was good. It was all right. It was all right.
It was good. The Purple Man was the woo.
Yeah.
Woo.
I didn't even
very compelling. Very compelling.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'd be interested. Guys, let us know in the comments what you did think about WandaVision episode 7. Let me know if you're digging the series and if you're excited for episodes 8 and 9. I know I am because, listen, before WandaVision started, we didn't have much content as of right now. So I am going to be grateful that I am getting something for now. I just, it's our job to pick it apart and demand it be better. So we're going to do it.
Again, I'm enjoying it. I have fun watching this show. If I sound very negative, it's just that I don't get where everyone else is getting
Yeah. So speaking of Doctor Strange 2, longtime friend and co-worker of Sam Raimi, Danny Elfman, to score Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. What are you thinking, Jack? Is this a good idea? I love it. I'm all about
Danny
this.
Elfman,
yeah.
I will tell you right now, on my phone,
I think
I have the expanded score for Batman, the 1989 movie. On top of that, he scored Spider-Man, which I love. He also scored the Justice League. We'll leave that out.
Yeah.
Danny Elfman is a very good composer. But I've seen Doctor Strange many times. There is a theme for Doctor Strange in that movie. It's not a great theme, but there is a theme. And this is a problem with Marvel. This is one thing DC does better. They keep their themes consistent. Like, this is Batman's theme. This is Superman's theme. This is Wonder Woman's theme. Are they going to change the theme for Doctor Strange again?
No, I think they're going to keep the same style, but they're going to bring in, like, they're going to have a more, I don't know. They're going to, what I've heard is that, and I've asked around to certain sources on if they're going to if they're just going to start from scratch. But no, they're not. They're going to continue the same style. However, Sam Raimi and Danny Elfman, they've worked together plenty of times. They like working with each other. And I think Danny Elfman is good to bring in, because we do for the Multiverse of Madness. I have a feeling that the themes and the score is going to be changing frequently. So we need someone who's going to be able to do those transitions and make it all work together. So I'm all on board with this.
I am kind of, but do you remember about a year ago, 2 years ago? So Scott Derrickson, he directed the first Doctor Strange. The rumor was he wanted to make a horror movie.
Horror movie, straight up.
And all of a sudden, they're like, okay, yeah, he's gone. We're bringing in Sam Raimi. I like Sam Raimi, but I feel like they're bringing Sam Raimi to keep it campy. And I would have liked to have seen what Scott Derrickson could have done.
Oh, as would I.
Scary.
As would I.
And I like Danny Elfman, but Danny Elfman is good with campy type of music. That kind of circus music, like dum 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 type of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I still, in another alternate reality, I would like to have seen what did Scott Derrickson have in mind. Because of the Phase 3 films, I enjoyed Doctor Strange a lot. I would have liked to have seen a straight up PG-13 horror movie.
Yeah.
Just scare the crap out of me. We haven't seen that in Marvel. But again, it tells me that Disney, Marvel are like, no. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Get me Sam Raimi. Give me the guy who made Spider-Man 3. That's what kind of worries me a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. I am, and I listen.
And I like Danny Elfman. I have his albums.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I would have loved to see the horror movie too, right? However, Marvel looked at this and said Doctor Strange 2 needs to be something more than just a solo film, right? Scott Derrickson didn't want to do it. He wanted to make that solo horror film, right? But they, especially with Flashpoint coming out now, or the Flash movie, right? They needed Doctor Strange 2 to be more. They needed to be something.
Question? Does it seem to me this whole multiverse for Marvel started the second Warner Brothers said that Michael Keaton was coming back? Because I remember I was watching the news because of COVID and lockdown. I was home all the time. DC announced a Snyder Cut. The Flash announced that Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck are coming back. And all of a sudden, Marvel's like, hey, we're bringing Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire back.
They never said that. They never said that.
I know they never
Be careful what you say.
Okay,
yeah,
that's right. They never confirmed it. In fact, Tom Holland said that's not happening. But all of a sudden, all these rumors started spreading that this is going to be a multiverse film. Because I feel like this might have been in reaction to DC, even though that DC is nowhere near as competitive as Marvel is. But do you think that they might have changed the formula for what Doctor Strange might have been?
Yeah, I 100% do. That's why Doctor Strange was supposed to come out way earlier than it's slated to be.
Yeah, it's 5 years almost. And it was not a lot. Sam Raimi, one of my favorite horror movies of the last few years, was Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Doctor Strange was originally slated to be before Thor. And now it's after, and it ends the phase. So there's a reason for it all, right?
Wait, so are we still in phase 3?
No, what do you mean?
You said it ends the phase.
It ends the next phase.
Oh, the next phase. Okay.
Yeah, it ends the next phase. Phase 4, it's going to end it, right? Doctor Strange 2, phase 4 it ends, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But it was supposed to come out a couple movies before it's slated where it's at now, right? Okay. And that's when Scott Derrickson was still attached. That's when they were still using the Nightmare script. And, things changed. Marvel wanted to go a different direction with it. They wanted this movie to expand the multiverse or bring in the multiverse. And Scott didn't want to do that. He wanted his solo film. And then he left the film due to creative differences, which is actually accurate. There's nothing beyond that. Because a lot of times what happens is when they say creative differences, something behind the scenes happened. No, this was literally creative differences.
Yeah.
Like Marvel always get the last say. Kevin Feige has built this machine to work the way it works, right? So when new directors come in, they really are like they're what they're there to do. A director for Marvel isn't the same as a director for most studios. A director for Marvel is to take their pre-visualization storyboards, film them in real life, and get the shots. Really, the director doesn't actually he makes the movie literally, but they already have most of it pre-visualized beforehand from that team, and then the director comes in and turns those previs shots into real life shots.
Yeah, so this is where I a little bit worry about Marvel because they don't have too many auteurs. Like they had Jon Favreau do Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2. But really, it seems to me that Kevin has a plan and the directors have to fit that plan. And that, I'm a big fan of Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright made Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and all those movies. He had an idea for Ant-Man. But then Marvel Studios is like, no, that's not what we want. We want this movie to be a connecting bridge to the next film. And that's where I think Marvel can shoot themselves in the foot because I'm going to make a comparison. Say what you will about the DC films. They all suck. All right, fine, they all suck. But at least each film will have a director, whether even including Birds of Prey, Shazam, or the Zack Snyder films, or the Patty Jenkins films. You feel a director's distinct touch. And I feel like Marvel's like, nope. We've already drawn the lines for you, or we've already written the dots for you.
No, it's 100% accurate. It's 100% accurate.
As much as I enjoy them, feel same to me.
Yeah.
They feel safe, and I enjoy that. I'm
It's
okay
a
with
winning
that.
strategy, though. It's a winning
Yeah, that's the
formula.
thing. It's a winning strategy, but
Right? They like
Yeah.
Scorsese even said, it's not cinema, right? It's not. But guess what? The Avengers movies bring in fucking 3 times more money than Scorsese's films do.
that's true.
So,
That's true.
you know what I mean? So say what you want about the formula. It's a winning strategy and it's a winning formula, right? Just because they're not deep, like, but then you do get those hidden few in there, like Winter Soldier, that were just,
Well,
whoa,
the Russo brothers have a style. They're the
Yeah.
exception.
like Marvel and a lot of directors are put off by it, right? Because Marvel has the movie made before the director even comes onto the project. Not necessarily, but you know what I mean. So
They already conceptualize what it's going to be.
most movies back, like 10 years ago, they used previs for very hard CGI action shots. Marvel took that and they said, okay, no, we're gonna do the whole movie. We're gonna make the whole movie in previs, and then like we're gonna shoot it afterwards and with actual footage with people, actors. But the previs is now it's more of a template, right? It's the whole movie templated out for you. All you have to do as a director is come in, make those shots happen the way that you see them in the previs. Throw a little spank on it here and there, whatever.
Yeah.
But you give Marvel what they want, right? Yeah. Marvel gives you this, you take it, you make what they want, you give it back, right? For I don't think huge directors like Scorsese or anything, I don't think they should be going to Marvel to direct, right? People that are up and coming want to direct with Marvel because it very much is spoon-fed, right? Kevin Feige's involved with the whole process. So if I was an up-and-coming director, I would want to work for Marvel simply to get my hands dirty.
Yeah, but you're right. They will make more money. I said this a couple of months ago. They can make Squirrel Girl this year, and it will make $1 billion. But I guess part of me, we had Garza on a couple of weeks ago, and he said that he was done with Marvel during Civil War. And I thought Civil War was the movie that kind of fixed it. It was like, hey, we have a vision. 2 brothers, we have a vision. I kind of want to see more of those visions.
I watch Community every single night. Yeah. Like for the past.
You see Arrested Development? That's where they started.
I don't know. I'm on like Community. I only got into this previous year, like 2021.
Community, watch Arrested Development.
Put it this way though.
Joe Russo.
I found Community after someone was like, "Did you know the Russos did Community?" I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm definitely watching it." They were like, "Yeah, that show's like made for you, bro."
And that's why it's a great show because
the paintball episodes.
There's something else going on.
The paintball episodes are shot beautifully, beautifully. Like dead ass. There's some of the when I first watched the paintball episodes, I got into it. Like I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, all right, yeah. I love Community. Oh my god, it's like a dream of mine to get Danny Prudy on here because he's absolutely my favorite in that show. Abed, he's so fucking good. I love it. But yeah, I totally forgot that Kang the Conqueror is going to be an Ant-Man and the Wasp too, and maybe Loki. Wonder if Kang will introduce a villain like Doom to crazy technology. What's cool about Kang is we're gonna get multiple different versions of Kang. We're not just getting Kang the Conqueror. We're getting everyone that comes with it, right? So Kang I'm not gonna go through every personality he's ever had or every alternate version of Kang, but for sure, we're getting all of them, and I can't wait. I think it'd be a good idea, and Justice said this actually. Justice came up with this idea that each movie in Phase 4 should be a different version of Kang that they're fighting, and I was like, oh, that's actually a pretty good idea. Like you're fighting the same villain each movie. It's just a different place in the timeline. I like that, but I mean that's not how it's gonna go.
Ty, can you guys give me 1 minute?
Yeah, I'm actually yeah, we can take a little break. You're good. 1 minute. We're gonna talk Snyder Cut and then we're gonna wrap it up. I just said Anu, but what? Oh, and he floated away. Nick, maybe tone it down, huh? Tone it down a little bit. Yeah, let's not scare people away, huh? Don't DC talk. Where are you? You should be moderating this. How come you're not moderating it? Moderate that chat, baby. Guys, just while he's gone, he kind of threw me off. He kind of threw my flow off here. But while he's gone, I just want to let you know that we are, in fact, doing a live show from Showcase Cinemas for Godzilla vs. Kong, and for Mortal Kombat. So those are the next two movies that we'll be doing from Showcase Cinemas, live shows from inside the theater on opening day. It'll be the same day that they come out on HBO Max, but we'll be at the theater promoting people going back to the theater. It's going to be really, 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 really fun. And,
Make your dreams come true. Just do it.
That's what I'm doing. I know, Shia, I'm doing it. I'm trying to make my dreams come true. I said tone it down. Tone it down, not like leave, but maybe not scare anyone away. Making fun of never mind. But anyway, so Snyder Cut. So Deborah Snyder went over to Lightcast the other day. And I do want to talk about something with Lightcast. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. And especially from like the Garza point of view, right? The people that follow Garza a lot. They're giving a lot of shit to Lightcast because Lightcast is having Sam Benjamin on. Sam Benjamin was rumored to play Green Lantern at one point.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And Lightcast ended up getting an exclusive interview with Sam Benjamin. I think we should all relax a little bit in making fun of Lightcast or say that they contradict themselves or anything like that. Like, again, we shouldn't be like, you might have your certain views on certain shows or certain hosts, certain people in the fandom, but maybe like, let's not make fun of them and like, do that kind of stuff. It's just mean. No one likes a bully. Like, don't become what you hate, right? Don't become don't live long enough.
Jody's corner.
Yeah, don't live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Trust me, you don't want to do it. So I think we should all relax on that and just focus on the good aspects of the fandom. But yeah, Lightcast had Deborah Snyder on, and she let us know. Now, when you watch a Blu-ray or a 4K, how... You good? So when you watch a Blu-ray or a 4K, you can like skip forward via chapters. So there's chapters when you look at the little timeline on a Blu-ray, if you hit pause, it shows you little chapters. For instance, like the opening of BVS would be opening, or the next one would be Beautiful Lies, but whatever. I don't remember. I don't know what the titles were called in BVS fully, but it allowed you to skip to certain chapters. The Snyder Cut has those built in. So when we watch it on March 18th, you'll be able to chapter it up. So you could pause it at a certain chapter ending. You could start it back up at a certain chapter ending. You don't have to watch the whole movie all 4 hours at once. They've made it so that you can kind of insert commercial here, right? Or insert pause here, break here. They've made this movie knowing that it's 4 hours. They were smart enough to look at what works. Title cards work, right? Chapter cards work. And it allows people to stop, take a break, move on, go take a pee-pee, go microwave a hot dog in water. Disgusting. Hot dog water. But it allows you to go do what you need to do during watching the film. Like, say the kids are being loud, right? Or you want to put them to bed halfway through the film. Well, don't worry. Zack Snyder's got something for you. And he's built these in so that you can personally decide when and where you would like to stop the film and continue it the next day, continue it the next hour, continue it 5 minutes from now, whatever you want to do. What do you think about that, Jack? You think that's a good idea?
I think it's a good idea, but I think these are fans looking for a reason to hate on this. They're like, 4 hours? No one in America watches TV for 4 hours.
Yes.
Really? And it's not like it's not like it's airing on TV and you miss it.
I watch 8 hours of Community in one sitting.
Like, really? Like, okay, look, it's a 4-hour movie, it's long, but you can, ping pong to the thing. Like, you can
oh my God.
And watch
Damn it
later.
I forgot to bring that up to him. Damn it.
Look,
I wanted to congratulate him on
I'm
that.
tired of hearing people bitch about the 4 hours.
Here, let's watch that.
Okay, then watch it on your own. Like, watch it on your own time. You got a whole weekend. I know that most people can't watch more than 4 hours of TV at a time. I understand that, especially during a lockdown pandemic. But I think you guys can get through. I'll be honest, this is just people looking for reasons to hate on the Snyder Cut. Like, 4 hours? No one sits and watches 4 hours of TV in America. Like, really? Really?
Yeah.
It's stupid. And with HBO, even with a 90-minute movie, if you stop after 45 minutes, when you go back to watch, it picks up right there.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
This is a technology that has existed for 25 years.
Thank you, DC Talk, for being a moderator of the chat. I appreciate you. And because you helped me out, and you're always helping me moderate the chat. Probably like a month or two down the road after we start having, because we're right in the beginning of like our lump of live streams, because we just started doing live streams daily. Probably like a month or two from now, I'm gonna send you a Pop Culture Corner shirt with your name on the back, because I truly do appreciate what you do for us. I have a couple other things to say about merch on our way out, but I was thinking we could watch that little video that Chris did.
Okay, yeah. You're gonna.
I think it's so funny.
Yeah, it's good. But like, here's the thing: before the Snyder Cut was announced, we had all these big YouTubers with sponsors being like, "There's no such thing. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen." Then it happens. You're like, 4 hours? Oh, that's too long. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Yeah.
The whole world has been at home, sitting on their tushies, watching TV for hours on end. And again, you can exit out of it. Like, I don't understand why this is an issue. But I think it's a reason to hate it, because I see in the comment sections every day, like, people are like, oh, this is the same movie. This is going to suck. The best version of Justice League we got was in 2017. I see it every day. So, like, when people complain about the 4 hours, I'm like, no. It's just, you're just finding something to pick on it for. Because... Look, we've been in lockdown for a year. The president said we might be in lockdown for another year. We don't know.
Dude, honestly, I'm gonna kill myself in a minute if I have to stay in lockdown for another year.
But here's the thing: if we had told you a year ago that we're going to be back a year later and we're still locked down or partial lockdown, like, you'd probably say that. But like, stop telling me that 4 hours is like.
How come I can't find it?
You might have gotten rid of it.
No, I watched it the other night. Can you try to find it for me?
Yeah, let me go to
I went to his Twitter and his other one.
You know what?
Be cool, honey bunny, be cool.
Bugs me about the 4 hours. Folks, you can
Is
watch
that Pulp
for
Fiction? Is this Pulp? I feel like this is Pulp Fiction, this quote. Be cool, honey bunny, be cool.
Yeah, that's from Pulp Fiction.
That's Pulp Fiction,
yeah,
right?
It is, yeah.
Okay. When they're robbing, no. Is that Sam Jackson says it? Yeah.
Tell that bitch to be cool.
Yeah.
He calls her Honey Bunny. We never learned their real names.
Yeah. See, look, I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, by the way, if you ask my cousin, this is my cousin right here, Nick Flicks, right? If you ask him, I hated Tarantino for the longest time. And I refused to watch any of his films because I was ignorant. I was an ignorant person. But now I'm all about them and I love it. Speaking of Tarantino, the next thing we want to talk about after this, before we wrap up, all right, share your screen. After we wrap up is aspect ratios. So Tarantino's very good at aspect ratios as well.
Yeah.
Or he uses them well. All right, hurry up.
All
Hurry
right,
up.
here we go. I'm going to share the screen, folks. This
is a hilarious little video that Ping Pong Flix did.
And share audio, and here we go. You guys see it?
Nope, they can't see it yet. You need to give me like 10 seconds before you ask. So I can get it up.
So this is for all the people who complained that 4 hours is too long, as if it's 4 hours that they'll never get back. You can pause and stuff. Well, Ping Pong explains it better than I.
Jack, are you going to play the video?
Oh, I was waiting on you to tell me that everyone could see it because you said give me 10 seconds.
No, I said you need to give me 10 seconds.
After a long day, you're finally able to watch that 4 hour long movie. Oh my goodness. How am I supposed to watch this when I can't even sit still for 10 minutes? Introducing the Snydervision remote. Are you tired of not being able to watch TV and cook at the same time? Or maybe you're stuck in the bathroom and you hear something really cool happening on TV and you can't wait to go see it. Well, now you can press pause, then play, then pause again, then play when you're ready to watch the epic movie that is Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, isn't that better? Doesn't that make you happy? Available now on all TVs. Snydervision, the remote. Battery sold separately.
Fucking hilarious.
That's great though, but like he's right though. Like people are like complaining about like, okay, then watch it at your own pace. You know, stop complaining. It's 4 hours.
When I watched that the first time, I was pissing my pants laughing, because like at the time, people were all up in a roar about the whole 4 hour thing. Like certain fans or certain people in shows were like, "Oh, 4 hours is too long." Yet they'll sit through fucking Lord of the Rings 3 times over.
Exactly. And that's what buzzed me. Like, okay, you know, you guys can pause it and watch it whenever you want to. Like, there's nothing forcing you to watch it. It's not like it's live TV, like it's the World Series. You can only watch it once.
Yeah. All right.
Again,
so
I think these are people picking on it just to find controversies.
Yeah. All right. So our final topic of the day, well, not topic of the day, but our final little cool thing of the day is we're going to take a look at some tweety tweets. We're going to take a look at some tweety tweets. Kind of like what Film Junkie does. We're going to go through, take a peek into some lives of celebrities, lives of people we love, lives of people we hate. You know, just do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. Speaking of Chris Wong Swenson, he made another video the other day. Can you all see my screen?
Yep.
All right. I actually don't know. I did not share my audio. So I'm going to have to stop that. I already know I didn't. So I'm going to have to do that one more time. 1 second, share audio. I'm going to have to get used to that.
Yeah.
I never really shared my screen before today. So here's another video that Chris Wong did.
Movie. Zack Snyder says, you probably only... I'm going to show you what is the Snyder Cut. This piece of paper, the 2017 Justice League. This is the Snyder Cut.
He explains...
Zack Snyder's Justice League. When Zack Snyder left the Justice League project in 2017 because of the tragic death of his daughter, Warner Brothers gave Justice League over to Joss Whedon. 2 hour movie. Zack Snyder says, you probably only saw a quarter of his film in Justice League. This is a quarter of Justice League. You've only seen about this much of the Snyder Cut. But wait a minute, this is 2 hours. Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut, is 4 hours. So you'll get this, and then you add another 2 hours. Oh my God. An entirely new movie. I'm going to show you what is the Snyder Cut.
I love
this piece of paper,
I love
the 2017 Justice
I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the Snyder Cut.
So basically what he's explaining is, like, people are making the claims that it's the same movie. It's most certainly not the same movie. And basically what he's explaining is what the difference will be. in terms of runtime and how much of the film we've actually seen.
Yeah, and you and I are working on something to explain that to people, but I said this before. The people watching this show, we have to be ambassadors. We have to explain to people that this is not a director's cut with more footage. This is an entirely different movie. And I think that Warner Brothers, or not Warner Brothers, HBO Max needs to market it like it's a new movie. Billboard ads, bus ads, whatever.
Yeah.
Google ads, they need to push it.
Yeah. Also, Zack is running a new campaign with Ink to the People to raise money for AFSP and hit that $1 million mark. So if you guys want to check it out, if you do want to support it, they have JL 2021 merchandise. It's for a limited time. I would get yours now while you can. They have little tote bags. They have, I actually don't know what this is. What is this? Is that like a sticker?
Have no idea.
I think it's stickers.
Yeah, it's like those decals you can put on stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so there. I don't know if this is another decal. Oh, this is a mouse pad.
Oh, okay.
So this is a mouse pad with the AFSP logo at the bottom, and Zack Snyder's Justice League logo like combined with the AFSP logo, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. Then we have a small canvas tote for $15. How much is the mouse pad? Oh, it's another 15. We have a jumbo canvas tote bag for you who hoard shop. Anyone who gets way too much at Walmart, just the jumbo one for you. And then we have a limited edition Zack Snyder's sticker pack. It's a little bit pricey at $15, but it all goes towards AFSP. So just remember that you're helping out people that may need support. And AFSP, sadly, they'll never be done with the work that they do. So you're helping someone. As we can see here, all funds raised will go towards suicide prevention and go towards the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So I would hop over there. Look, you guys have, what is that, 9 days and 2 hours and 40 seconds left to go over. Get yours now. You can also spread the word by sharing the link. Any helps. I ordered I thought it was a different one, to be honest. I did. So there's a shirt that I ordered from them the other day. I want to see if I can find it. Let me see if it's on Zack's. Anyway here. I know the Nerd Queens had it on their page. So let me see. Let me find them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So while Tyler's looking for that, as I was saying before, we have to be ambassadors for this film, because this film can't be a moderate success or even a success. It needs to be an overwhelming success. We need to make sure this thing is so. And look, news dropped today that the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League, is going to drop worldwide simultaneously. It'll be on HBO Max, HBO Go, and on video on demand and streaming services across the world. So everyone will be able to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League on March 18th. That's a huge deal. And those numbers have to do well, because we have to restore the Snyderverse. I am very excited and also weary about the Flash movie, because they just announced a new actress, Sasha Calles, who's going to play Supergirl today. I feel like that movie is going to kind of like erase the last 7 or 8 years, and I don't want that. And us Snyder fans should not be happy with that. We do not want a Flash movie that erases everything we love about the DCEU.
Yep. So here's the shirt. And so the design is it's I know it's a little confusing to some people, but this is the actual statue that they based the Superman statue in BVS on.
Okay.
And most of the film was shot. So that's why it says Detroit BVS comes home. It has the gold BVS logo here, and then like the orange thing here. It's a confusing design for some people, like they don't understand it. but it is something that they're working on with Ink to the People, and it goes towards suicide prevention. And it's basically what they're doing is they're releasing this because BVS is getting another remaster. It's getting an IMAX remaster, and if you want to support AFSP and you want to get some cool BVS a BVS shirt, this is definitely a good idea. I bought 2 of them because people are being ignorant about this shirt. People are like mocking it, saying that the design is ugly. Like, come on, like grow up, guys. Really, we don't need that. Like, you don't need to be doing that. You don't need to. It was this kid. So this is the actual design of the statue. This is the actual statue that the BVS Superman was based on. So the design is of Spirit of Detroit statue, which is what the Superman statue in BVS is based on. Yes, I added a curl to make him more like Superman. Oh, okay. I don't need that part. But yes, so that's the actual statue in that it's based on. And I thought that was a really cool way to do it. A really cool way. But this is the person that I'm talking about. So as you can see here, Geralt of Rivia at itsan17 says, "I'm really sorry, but what the fuck is this design?" And he's like laughing at it. Like, we don't need that kind of talk. Like, it's for charity, man. And this is a person here, this Geralt person. I made a post and said that you should probably unfollow him. I restricted him. So he's been blocked on my account because he's constantly berating Twitter and just being like, he's supposedly a Zack Snyder fan, yet he just makes fun of Zack Snyder's designs and stuff on his shirts. So it just didn't make sense to me. But enough about this idiot. I don't want to give him a platform. I wanted to take a look at what's going on in the timeline. So let's head over. I want to find what I was looking for yesterday. Let me go through the notifications. What is it here? I wanted to go to, I'll just search Lightcast. Here we go. Lightcast podcast. So Lightcast is just announced that they'll be having Sam Benjamin talking Green Lantern on February 24th, 2021 at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that'll be 8:30 Pacific, 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard. Fuck. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. By the way, and I bring this up because Lightcast will be joining us tomorrow. Lightcast and the Culture Nerd, Matt and Taylor, will be joining the Pop Culture Corner tomorrow. But I definitely say that you check this interview out. It's going to be a good time. Sam Benjamin's a wonderful person, and I can't wait for this interview. I think it's awesome. I think it's a really awesome exclusive interview that they got, and I'm really proud of them. So, what's up, Barcelona? Barcelona, where you been this whole time, girl? Where you been this whole time, girl? TY's Corner missed you. TY's Corner missed you. But yeah, so guys, check out this Lightcast interview on February 24th. And don't forget that Lightcast will be joining us tomorrow live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be a good time. We're going to be talking all things Zack Snyder's Justice League. We'll probably talk about this interview here as well and how they got it. We'll be talking about a couple exclusive topics that you won't want to miss. You won't want to miss it. Tomorrow's going to be awesome. And look, no more lag, baby. No more lag, baby. I'm excited. I got an energy like I've never had before. Never. Man, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say this, but it's that time, Jack.
Yeah.
It's that time. Are we still watching something tonight, or?
I have no idea. We're supposed to do Godzilla, King of the Monsters or something.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to talk to Justice about that. We might be back. We might be back later.
That was a you and Justice thing, and I would be like, behind the scenes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't need you anymore.
Yeah,
you can.
Exactly.
You're fired.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't.
No, I'm the producer. I fire you.
Yeah, I don't need you anymore, man. I brought you on the show so you could share your screen for me. That's the whole reason you got hired.
That's all you brought me for. Yeah. Ty's over there with his 1985 computer.
Yeah.
He actually he doesn't have a webcam. He actually has a full camcorder.
Yeah.
From 1996.
It's a refurbished IMAX camera from 1972.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
But yeah, guys. So that's all the time that we have for you today. I had a good time, man. I had a good time.
Yeah, I did too. Folks, in the comments, do you guys want to watch Godzilla? What's it called? Godzilla King of the Monsters tonight?
Yeah. Do you want to? You got an extra treat. Ringing. Yeah, I know. So I actually sent Jack a new microphone, but it got kicked back to me. So I have to resend it, and it's probably not going to get there till like next Quick Dip. He'll have the new microphone for next Quick Dip, which was with a special someone from Warner Brothers, actually. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. All right, so guys, if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. Also, if you're liking what the show delivers, we now offer an exclusive Patreon program. Get access to podcasts and other pre-recorded projects a day early. Yearly gifts on us, of course. 15% off every order from the official Pop Culture Corner store, where I got this little awesome mug. I got a couple shirts coming in the mail. So I'll be sure to show those off as well. But you'll get 15% off every order from the official Pop Culture Corner store. Access to join our watch parties on Friday, which would be tonight. By the way.
We're hoping.
And
I'm trying to make sure everyone wants to come out, you know.
Yeah. And join our private community Discord. And that's all through Patreon. It's all through Patreon. $5 a month. Help support the show. Don't forget that exclusive content and pretty much anything else we can think of. Okay. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let us know if you'd like to watch King of the Monsters tonight. I'm down. I got nothing going on. Just me hanging out with Logan. I'd love to watch it with you guys if you want. Or we could watch WandaVision again and we can hold off on King of the Monsters. Or we could watch Man of Steel. Or we just let us know what you want to watch.
Man of Steel. You know what? I enjoyed doing the BVS thing, but I love Garza, but there was so much. I felt like I could, pardon my language, dong slapped Drip with.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't like that. He's like, oh, I don't want movies that make me think. I want to watch a movie once that tickles my taint. Like, dude, this is a thinking man's movie. This is not WandaVision. We're trying to get you to think here.
Justice is a basic bitch. That's why.
Justice is the kind of guy I love.
Justice is a basic bitch.
You, like, if you want to distract him, you do this.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Oh my God. He's been telling me, oh, I'm going to do a live stream and play video games. Oh, I'm going to do it. Justice, where you been, kid? Where you been? He's like talking about starting his channel and like getting all this stuff done, yet he never does it. I don't know.
This is my impression of Justice. You guys want to see I love Justice. I love it. This is my impression of Justice. Yo, guys. Yo, can you see me? I look like I just kidnapped someone.
Wait. Hold that position. Oh, I don't even know. How do I screenshot with a fucking...
you gotta hit print screen.
Oh my God. I don't know how to
sit like really far away.
Yeah.
You guys still see me?
Damn, how do I do it? I have an aftermarket.
Of Justice right here.
I have an after.
Like in the dark. That's mean. I love Justice. But like, you know, these cameras are like $8. It's not like this is a $2,000 camera. It's like $10 on Amazon.
No, it's not his camera is the thing. It's his internet. He has like he has worse internet than anyone I've ever met.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, Jack in the Dark, dying laughing. I am dying laughing. Yeah. LOL, that's Justice. That's hilarious. I know, you know, that's why I try to get him in studio as much as I can, except on like days that you know, he can stay home. He like prefers staying home. And I'm like, bro, you look like it's always all, and I can't say much because I had a lag problem, right? I had a bad lag problem, but at least mine, like I could do streams alone and it was somewhat clear. It would just like kick back a little bit sometimes. And now I took the steps to fix that, right? Because it was frustrating me. And I do apologize to everybody. Like the content that I put out, like it always, honestly, it disheartened me every time it happened. So I would lose energy. I just get like, you know, like the stream would start with 15 people watching. And as soon as the first lag happens, every single one of them's gone. You know, it's disheartening. But now I'm good to go. And I'm rocking. So I'm happy. I recommend Max to anybody because I love them. But yeah, so let us know what you guys want to do tonight. We'll do it. DM us on Twitter at pop_culture2020 or getjacked141 at getjacked141. Let us know what you want to watch tonight or leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments for this video and we'll obviously see them. So basically it's between King of the Monsters, Wandavision, or Man of Steel at this point, I think. Whatever you guys want. We'll see you.
Well, WandaVision will be like 5 minutes.
Yeah. And special shout out to Caden Reed, Nick DePalma, and Odd for being the first 3 people in our new exclusive Patreon corner. If you do want to join, the link is in the description and gain access to all that good stuff that I said earlier. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. We are brought to you by Bonks Bar. If you're ever in Philly, hit it up. It's delicious. It's delicious. Look at these wings. Look at these wings. Oh my God.
Tasty.
Oh my God. All right, guys. I will see you a little bit later or I'll see you tomorrow. Whichever one works. That's good of me.
Lightcast tomorrow, baby.
Yeah, Lightcast tomorrow.
That's a big one.
Yep.